Hello everyone, welcome back to DevOps Master. I hope everyone doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you how actually one DevOps engineer deploys his production application, how he does security checks, how he take case about fault tolerance so that his application is seamlessly available, how he does infrastructure monitoring, and finally how he automates this whole process. So we are going to do each and everything which is related to DevOps and its infrastructure management. So without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, let me give you an overview what actually we are going to do and what are the tools we are going to use for our deployment. I will be taking one source code randomly from internet, from GitHub. Okay, I will be cloning that code to the local and I will be running that application locally first. After that, I will be creating Docker image using Dockerfile. I will tell you how to create Dockerfile from the scratch. Everything will be scratch. So after that, we will be pushing our Docker image to the Docker registry, that is Docker Hub. From there, we will be pulling our Docker image to deploy our application using Kubernetes Helm. Before that, we will be deploying Kubernetes cluster on AWS EC2 instance, and we will be implementing some static application security analysis and dynamic application security analysis using Sonar Cube, and we will be monitoring this our Kubernetes cluster using Prometheus and Grafana. So this is the overview what we are going to do, and we will be automating this whole process using GitLab CICD pipeline. So this is the overview, and I have divided this project in three parts. Coming to part 1, in part 1, as I said, we will be cloning our code from the GitHub to local, and I will be testing that application in local. If it is runs correctly, then we will be dockerizing that application using Dockerfile from the line 0, and we will be building and pushing our Docker image to the Docker Hub. So this is the part 1. With completion of part 1, we will be moving to part 2, and in part 2 we will be using Kubernetes cluster to deploy our web application. For that, we will be deploying our Kubernetes cluster on EC2 instance. Second one is deploying Sonar Cube, and third one deploying application on Kubernetes cluster using Helm chart. After that, part 3, in part 3 we will be creating GitLab CICD pipeline from zero. I will explain you each line how to write a GitLab CICD pipeline script. Second one, deploying Prometheus and Grafana and enabling monitoring. So this is our project. Without wasting time, let's do hands-on. So let's start with part 1, guys. As I said, I need to select one web application from GitHub. We need to clone that repository to the local. I will be selecting Django based framework web application. So let's search for that. Django based web, or we can say project source code from GitHub. Okay, let's click on first link. Django projects, seems like some Korean or Chinese. Let's scroll down, or scroll down. Okay, here we can see some code, smart p college ERP. So let's click on this. This is also a Django based, you can see here, HTML and Python. This is a Django based framework web application. So everything is given, college ERP, APIs, info, manage.py. So Django is like a framework, guys. Using Django, we can just, using some plenty of commands, we can create framework for our web application. By just making some changes to those files, we can create a wonderful web application. So it gives us that. So whenever you start deploying projects, first of all, go through the readme file. In that, they will mention that how to deploy that application, what are the requirements to deploy that application or run that application. So first of all, we start with readme file, a college management system built using Django framework. It designed for interactions between students and teachers. Feature include attendance, marks, and timetable. Okay, coming to installation, Python and Django need to be installed. So first of all, we need to install Python and Django to deploy this application using pip install Django command. Go to the college ERP folder and run. So after installing Python and Django, we need to move to the this college ERP folder. Then we need to run this command python manage.py run server. So then go to the browser and enter the URL. So okay, port 8000, this project will run. So we got to know that this project is need Python, Django, and also 8000 port need to be open. So we can access this web application. Okay, after going to web application, it will show like login. Okay, login page is common for students and teachers. The username is their name and password for everyone is project123. So Django is like we can manage. It's not like SQL or some other databases like we need to go inside the table, database table. After that we need to execute, we need to create user or deploy some data. For Django it's not like that. We can use like admin page. We have admin page. By using admin page or browser, we can make changes to our web application directly, like creating users or inserting some images to our web application, anything. If you want to make any change to your database, you can do using web browser. This is the advantage of using Django framework. So super user. Next, users. New students and teachers can be added through the admin page. A new user need to be created for each. The admin page is used to modify all the tables such as student, teacher, department, course, class, etc. For more details regarding the system and features, please refer the report included. Okay, added method, restart, and write Django. This is the present. So these are all. These are the all things are related to after running the application. So first of all, we need to deploy and run successfully. What we got to know is that this application need Python and Django. 8000 on 8000 prod, this project will run. Okay, let's clone this repository to local. Click on code and HTTPS. Come to Visual Code. Click on terminal. Okay, let's clone our application here. Git clone. Done guys, we got our source code here. Let's run. First of all, we need to have Python and Django. We have to create virtual environment guys, so we avoid conflicts between other Python packages, other applications Python packages with our current application packages. I think everyone know how to create virtual environment. EVENV. I will be naming it as my ENV. It's working, right? Yeah, working. So here you can see one my env named folder is created. We need to install Django. Okay, let's copy this URL and come here. Yeah, okay, downloaded. Let's activate this virtual environment. Done. What it's saying? My mistake guys, sorry. My env scripts activate, sorry for that. Now it's activated, you can see green color my env. Now we are inside our virtual environment. Now we need to install Django. Pip install Django. It will install Django. Done. It installed. Still installing. Done. Django is installed. Next command is, so now we can run. Same, copy python manage.run server. Here you can see this is the file manage.py. Using this, it will run our application. These are all the application files. What happened? It's saying some error. Why? I think it's because of some packages issue. I think it needs some more other packages. I think we need to search for requirements. Yeah, you can see here it is requirements.txt file. These are the required packages and requirements to run. Let's install these also. Install requirements.txt. Now it will install all the required packages for application. You can see it's installing all the required packages. Okay, next what is that? Okay, next directly by using python manage.py run server we can run. That's it, right? After that we can create super user for database management. So done. Requirements also. Now try to run. Done. You can see it's running. Just copy this, come to your favorite web browser and paste there. Then you can find it's loading. Done. You can see this web page is appeared here. Username and password. Here he provided, I think he is provided Student name is Smart. Let's copy, and password will be project123. Project123. Let's log in. Please enter a correct username and password. Know that the board fields may be case sensitive. Okay, teacher Trishila. Let's try this. Project password is project123. Try to log in. Done. Teacher, I think already this information is present in database. These credentials are present in database. Now you can see attendance, marks, timetable and report. Enter attendance. Okay, view students. We can view students. Okay, Nihal, Nikhil, Rajat, Renu. Nice, nice, nice. So I will tell you how to go to admin. So this is the admin page. From here we can have backend database access. For that we need to create super user. Here he provided how to create. You can see create super user. Let's stop this and copy here. It will ask for username. Yeah, we need to provide admin. I will be providing as admin, and that username is already taken. Okay, admin me, email address admin dot 123 email.com, password admin 123 admin 123. Done. Validation and create user anyway. Bypass password validation and create user anyway. Password is too common. Okay, yes, done. Let's run. Let's go to our application. Now refresh it. Admin 123. Yeah, we are successfully logged in it. Here you can see site administration. I am the admin. You can see admin me here. Authentication tokens, groups, assigns, attendance, classes, courses. These are the student list. From here we can access Anna, Steven, Joy. So these are the students, teachers. Okay, Anil Kumar, Chandrasekhar, computer science department. Nice. Attendance. Okay, so this is the actual Django database, guys. From here you can do anything you wanted. If you want to delete teacher, you can delete from here. Just click on select this, and we need to select delete and go. Simple. You will delete the, yes, I am sure this whole data will be deleted. Okay, no thanks. So this is the simple Django framework web application we need to deploy. So it's successfully running on our local. We need to Dockerize this whole packages and all these required commands. Using all these things, we need to create Dockerfile so we can run in Kubernetes. Why we have to Dockerize things? So if suppose now you saw that because of some required packages which are not present in my env, we got error. To avoid these mistakes at client server, so it can run successfully anywhere, we need to create one virtual environment, ideal environment for our web application run. For that, Docker is best choice. So guys, we have to Dockerize our application. For that I am using EC2 instance. For that you need to come to AWS console and click on EC2 instance. From there you will get, at left side you will see instances. Select instances. Here at right side top you can see launch instance. Click on launch instance. I hope everyone know how to create instance. I will be naming it as master. Why? Because in future we will be using this instance only for deployment of our Kubernetes cluster. Select Ubuntu, AMI, Amazon machine image. Next it will be T2 medium. Why? Because in future we will be deploying our Kubernetes cluster. So for that we need more power, like more memory and CPU. It has 2 CPUs. I have already keep here. That's it. Create new security group, allow HTTP and HTTP. Let's increase this 28 up to 30 GB. It will be free. Done. Next. Okay, that's it. Launch instance. So you can see instance is created and it's running. Let's connect. I will be connecting using SSH. Copy this SSH command. Open command prompt. Okay. Move on to downloads. Done. Copy this URL. Yes, done. Now let's update. First of all, we need to update our system. Sudo apt get update. It will update all the libraries. After updating, we will be creating our Docker file. For that, we need to install Docker. Docker is not present. You can see. Let's install sudo apt install docker.io. Done. Yes, it will take few seconds. Okay, done. Docker is installed. First of all, we need to clone repository to here. Okay, let's make directory name projects. Done. cd projects git clone from here, copy code. Done. cd done, guys. Okay, let's create Docker vim Dockerfile. Done. Okay, so actually Docker is like virtual environment, you can say ideal environment, which has all the dependencies needed to run our application anywhere, on any operating system, on any server. Okay, for that we will be using Docker. Docker is like lightweight. Why? Because it is using our system's kernel. Docker doesn't have any operating system. It's not like virtual machine having operating system and all the like hardware parts for running our application. We need Python, Django, and all the requirements which are present in requirements.txt file. So we need to install all these things. For that, we need Python. First of all, starting with Python, first line from. Okay, from is like base image for your application. Okay, it need Python. Okay, I will be using Python. If I use Python, only Python, it will increase the size of our Docker image. So to decrease size of Docker image, we will use some Docker Python image, base image, Python official image. You can see here some images are there. So these are some simple tags for Python which are very small in size. I think you have to understand that multi-stage Docker. What happens means multi-stage Docker is some different concept. For that we need to make another video. If I try to explain in this video only, this length will be increased. So just understand that these are the small in size. This if we use these Python images, it will decrease the overall size of our Docker image. So let's use this Python Slim 3.11. We will be using this. Copy here. Okay, done. We need to create one work directory. Working directory is like, okay, let me Python base image. Next one is like creating working directory inside Docker container. Okay, /app. This is the working directory inside our Docker container. So now we have to copy all the files in working directory. Done. For that we will be using copy. All the files, dot means everything, will be copied in /app working directory. Okay, done. All the files are copied. Now we have to run some commands. Okay, you can see here these are the commands like Python manage.py and Django. First of all, we need to update. Okay, apt get update and pip install. We need to install all the requirements. So for that we need to run requirements.txt file using pip install --, no cache. No cache means it doesn't store, like after running pip doesn't store all the cache in our directory. So because of this our image size will decrease. So we need to take care of image size .txt. Done, guys. Okay, next. Done. Next is cmd, guys. Cmd executes command, first command when Docker container is running using Docker image. Okay, this will be the first command when Docker container is up and running. For that we will be using shell. Okay, shell -c command. Done. -c command. Which command? Python, you can see here, this is the command Python. You can see, copy this command, come here, Python, and I think that's it. Run server 0.0.0.0 as 8000. Okay, done. So this will the command when Docker container is running, it will be executed. So this is our Docker file, guys. Let's try to execute this. Docker build, we need to build image. Let's call this college hyphen app. Okay, done. Here what it's saying, the legacy builder as a deprecated will be removed in future release. Install the builders command to build images with build kit, permission denied while into the Docker daemon socket. Okay, it's saying that we don't have permission to connect to Docker daemon. For that, our user Ubuntu need to have permission to this file. You can see where run Docker socket. So just copy this, change owner, sudo. We need to be super user, sudo change owner Ubuntu, okay, for this file. Done. When I do Docker ps, now we can, let's run once again. Done. You can see steps. Step 1 out of 5 is completed. Second step also completed. Working directory is created. Third step, copying files also done. Fourth step, apt update and pip install all the requirements. Okay, warning, running pip as the root user can result in broken permission and conflicts behavior. Okay, there is just a warning. You can see successfully our Docker image created. If I do Docker images, here we can find our college of latest image. So it has some 242 MB. If we don't use that Python base image with some tags, here you can see with these tags, it will be having size at least 1 GB or more. Let's try to run our Docker container using this image. How to do that? Docker run Docker run -d means in daemon mode, like in background it will run, -port, how much? 8000. You can see 8000. It will be mapping our containers 8000 port with our server EC2 instance outside of the container port to 8000. Okay, done. Our college app done. Docker ps, you can see our Docker container is running. If I copy my, where it is, instance, if I copy my instance IP and with 8000 port, let's copy our public IP, come to Google with port 8000, we can see our application is okay. Now why our application is not accessible? It will say that your application is not accessible, or it will still loading. Why? Because, any guess? Why? Because we didn't allowed our inbound rules. Here we just allowed port 80, 22 and 443. So here come to inbound rule and edit it. Just add a rule that our 8000 port will be accessible from anywhere. Just save this. Now you can see it starts loading. If I do, what happened? Yeah, done. Application is up and running. So we have successfully created our Docker file and we have built image from the Docker file. And next one is we need to push our Docker image to the Docker Hub registry. Let's do that. How we will do that? First of all, we need to log into our Docker Hub. Docker login. If I say Docker login, it will ask for me. It will ask username for me. I need to provide it. Answer Sheikh 965. Password is confidential. Okay. Done. Login is succeed. If I want to push this image to Docker registry, Docker Hub, first of all I need to tag that Docker image, so it can't conflict with other images. What I am saying, if I do Docker images, here you can find college underscore app. We need to tag it using Docker tag college underscore app to the using slash my Docker username. Okay, my Docker username slash actual image name. My username is answer Sheikh 965 slash copy this image. That's it. Okay, If I do Docker images, here you can find one image, tagged image. So Ansar Sheikh 965 college app. Okay. Now we have to push this image to my Docker hub using Docker push command. Docker push this image. Okay, that's it. So it will push our image to my Docker hub. If I go to my Docker hub, here I will find, I have to log in, I think so. Yeah, we need to log in. Done. Oh, see, last push less than a minute. You can see college app is present here. Done. With this, our part 1 is completed, guys. If you don't want to miss next 2 parts, please subscribe to DevOps Master and click on the bell icon for notification whenever I post the video. So we will meet in next part. Take care.